CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
From San Diego, it's a divisional battle between two in-state rivals. The Chargers return home after nearly beating the Packers. And today they'll be challenged by a rested Raiders team and their legion of fans. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Week 7 of the NFL on CBS with Steve Berline and Steve Tasker. I'm Andrew Catalon. We're expecting a classic AFC West battle. Both of these teams have lost a number of close games this year. They easily could have winning records. And for San Diego, they just can't get healthy. Once again, they'll be missing some key players today.
Yeah, this has been a recurring theme for the Chargers all year. You get a couple guys back, you lose a few more. They can't seem to get to full strength. Significant today, Eric Weddle missing his first game since 2009. Manti Te'o out again. Antonio Gates, surprise late scratch today, will affect their offense, but Phillip Rivers and the Chargers will not make any excuses whatsoever. Look at the numbers from last week, an epic performance by Phillip Rivers. He expects his team to step up and play big today against their bitter rivals.
As for the Raiders, coming off a bye last week, a chance to take some inventory on their first 5 games of the season. And while they wish they had more wins, there's no question this is a much improved team from last year.
Yeah, Raider Nation is talking about how good this team is, and more importantly, the Raider opponents have noticed this is a much better football team over the last 4 games. They've looked like a good football team every week, and that one-loss record bears it out from where they were a year ago, and it starts with a young Derek Carr and Amari Cooper. Carr taking a step forward after his rookie season a year ago, and of course, Amari Cooper, one of the great weapons in the AFC West, quickly becoming a guy people are talking about.
Today's game is being broadcast in Spanish where available using the SAP button on your television. Oakland has won the coin toss. They will defer. So San Diego will start with the football first. Back deep to receive the kick is Jacoby Jones. There is Sebastian Janikowski, who has a touchback rate this season of 71%. That's the highest of his career. 17 touchbacks for the 16-year veteran. There is Jacoby Jones, and we are underway in San Diego. Jones will take this one from 9 yards deep. And that does not pay off as Jones is stacked up at the 10-yard line. So San Diego will start with poor field position. In fact, they have a league worst start position this year, their own 21-yard line. Phillip Rivers last week, the first quarterback in NFL history to throw for more than 500 yards with no interceptions and actually lose the football game. All those yards, but just 20 points. And Phillip Rivers told us certainly the focus today is to try to get more points in the red zone. They were just 2 of 6 last week. Brandon Oliver gets the start at running back in favor of Melvin Gordon, who is active today. Rivers throwing on first down, caught by Malcolm Floyd, and tackle immediately made by DJ Hayden. As we take a look at the San Diego starting offense, and finally, King Dunlap and Orlando Franklin both missed the last 3 games because of injuries back in there for San Diego. And Ladarius Green starting at tight end. Antonio Gates inactive today because of a knee injury.
Well, Ladarius Green is a guy a lot of teams would like to have as their starting tight end, but make no bones, the Chargers will miss Antonio Gates today. But Ladarius Green is a nice luxury to have as a backup.
On 2nd and 3, it's Oliver with his first carry, and he is stuffed. Met at the line by Khalil Mack. And it'll be 3rd down at the Oakland defense. Mario Edwards Jr. He'll be stepping up now with the loss of Justin Tuck out with a torn pectoral for the rest of the season. Aldon Smith, 1.5 sacks on the year. And in the secondary, Charles Woodson picked off Peyton Manning twice 2 weeks ago in Oakland's last game against Denver. It's 3rd down and 2. Rivers out of the gun, passes high and intercepted. Malcolm Smith on the return at the 10. Smith at the 5, and Malcolm Smith still fighting his way, tackled inside the 5 by King Dunlap. Third interception of Malcolm Smith's career, and Oakland has it 1st and goal.
Well, this is going to be one of those interceptions that the quarterback's going to get blamed for, but it throws it right in on the hands of the receiver, gets tipped up. The worst possible thing that can happen in the secondary for an offense is to get the ball batted up in the air. It's a bang-bang play right at the point where the ball's caught. You're not going to get a pass interference call, and that ball goes the other way.
They spot it at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for the Raiders. They give to Latavius Murray. And San Diego's defense able to get the stop.
Well, Jack Del Rio told us coming into this game, we met with him yesterday, he mentioned that he felt his defense, they're going to play a lot of man-to-man defense with Ken Norton, the defensive coordinator, like to do. They challenged these San Diego receivers. They said they felt they matched up pretty darn well. It's already paid off for them. Look for some kind of movement out of Derek Carr right here.
What's up?
Gives it to Murray again up the middle, and no signal. Yeah, now we do. Touchdown Raiders. Murray's 3rd rushing touchdown of the season, and Oakland converts off the turnover.
And right away, the Oakland faithful who made the trip here to San Diego showed up in a big way. It already sounds like a coin flip as to who's the home team today, and the Raiders get off to an unbelievable start here early as they pound it in on the turnover, and there's no question. Reaches over there, you see with the left hand, reaches that ball over the goal line, and that is a touchdown, no doubt. You know, as a player, Steve Berline, you know this too, you're always looking to get that stress relieved in the game. The Raiders, a huge stress relief right there. Now they can relax and play their game. Chargers are full of problems right now.
Janikowski knocks through the extra point, and what a start for Oakland. It began with the interception by Malcolm Smith, and the Raiders turn it into 7. Latavius Murray with the touchdown run. It's 7-0 Oakland.
Attention football fans, Southwest is having a sale. Let us run some numbers by you real quick in terms that'll stick. Right now, get fares as low as touchdown with an extra point, of course, field goal, score. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com. Low fares, nothing to hide. That's transparency.
There's more than one route to the top. The 2016 Lexus LS and the new LX. Each offering leading-edge comfort, safety, and performance technologies. The ultimate in refinement meets the ultimate in capability. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Critics everywhere are falling for Supergirl. It's the TV superhero we've been waiting for, with exhilarating action.
Oh, come on!
Let's hear it for Supergirl.
This sounds like a job for Supergirl.
Supergirl, series premiere CBS tomorrow.
Malcolm Smith's interception leads to 7 points, and the Raiders jump out to a 7-0 lead early first quarter here in San Diego. Latavius Murray with the touchdown run, just the 3rd rushing touchdown of the season for the Raiders. Jacoby Jones will let this one go, and a touchback by Janikowski as we go back to the interception thrown by Phillip Rivers.
Well, Phillip Rivers knows, and the Raiders know that all day long, this is what they're going to see, a single safety with man-to-man coverage across the board. No secrets. They're not trying to fool anybody, confuse anybody. But Phillip Rivers said our receivers have to win the one-on-one matchups. Ken Norton told us he felt that the Raiders were good enough to win those one-on-one matchups. That's where the battle's going to be today, and it's going to determine who's going to win this ball game.
And you might watch, too, if they're going to squat on those routes like that, the Chargers are going to put a foot in the ground and do a double move and try and get over the top. That's how you beat those defenders sitting on those routes.
On first down, Rivers looks to the air, sets up the screen to Oliver, and Oliver's not going anywhere. Thrown for a 2-yard loss. Curtis Lofton meeting Oliver behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, it looks like the Raider defense, Ken Norton, has these guys fired up today. You see them, number one, great identification and recognition on that screen pass. But number two, flying to that football, trying to get there and make the contact in swarms.
And we enjoyed talking to Ken Norton Jr. yesterday. A guy, easy guy to play for. You and I both agreed. A guy you'd like to have on your staff.
He was a great guy to play with, too. I was a teammate of his in Dallas.
Rivers, quick pass, Ladarius Green. Tackle made by Smith, and it will be third down for San Diego.
You can already see here this Raiders defense, and this is the way you want to play it if you're a defender. Aggressive. They are all over the receivers. Everybody's grabbing a guy and hanging on to him and sticking with him, and they've got guys up front with Khalil Mack and Aldon Smith who can really force Rivers to get rid of it.
Woodhead, the running back, on 3rd and 6. Rivers throwing left, incomplete. Intended for Stevie Johnson, broken up on the play by Nico Thorpe, and this Oakland defense will force San Diego to punt.
Well, very physical on the outside, right there at the right-hand side of your screen. You can see the contact. Now, a lot of times this year, that's getting the flag. You can see Nico Thorpe actually had his left hand on Stevie Johnson's right shoulder. That will be called a lot more times than not these days, but Nico Thorpe got away with one right there. Good physical, tight coverage.
So here's Mike Cyphers to punt it away to T.J. Carey. Cyphers injured his foot last week against Green Bay, but was able to practice all week. Carey from the 34. T.J. Carey across the 45 and tackled at the 46-yard line. Oakland coming out on offense, and they lead it 7-0.
You know the rules. Eggs and sausage, hotcakes and butter. Morning fare, right? Well, McDonald's has thrown away those rules and opened a new world of possibilities. Now you're free to start enjoying the breakfast you love anytime you wish.
No way.
Yes way. Introducing McDonald's new all-day breakfast menu. Once you changed how you ate breakfast. It's time to start changing when.
There's more than one route to the top. The 2016 Lexus LS and the new LX. Each offering leading-edge comfort, safety, and performance technologies. The ultimate in refinement meets the ultimate in capability. This is the pursuit of perfection.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Transparency. Low fares, nothing to hide. McDonald's, now serving all-day breakfast. And by Kelley Blue Book. Find out what you should pay for your next new car at KBB.com.
It's Super Monday on CBS, beginning with TV's #1 comedy, The Big Bang Theory, followed by the premiere of Supergirl, and then stay tuned for the Super Geniuses of Scorpion. It's an all-new Super Monday tomorrow on CBS. First quarter in San Diego, and the Raiders have a 7-0 lead. Derek Carr this season with 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. 63% completion percentage, which is a bit up from last year. And we spoke with him yesterday, and he said the game has really slowed down for him in his second year.
It really has. And if there's one area that I think we need to look at today and focus on, he's come out and played very well in the first half of each of his games, but he's fallen off in the second half. For the Raiders to get to where they want to be, he's got to put 4 quarters of good football together.
They'll start this drive at their own 46-yard line. Carr over the middle, caught by Reese. And he's wrapped up by Denzel Perriman for a short gain. As we take a look at the Oakland starting offensive line, and all 5 have played every single snap this year. Donald Penn now in his 10th season. We already saw Latavius Murray with a touchdown run for the Raiders.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time in the bye week honing that running game, try to get it on track. Murray has 80 rush attempts coming into this game. Nobody else on the Raiders has even 10. He's the guy if it's going to work.
On second down, they give it to Murray, trying to get around the right side. Flag comes in. Tackle was made by Donald Butler, and here's Terrell
Personal
Kroger.
foul, grabbing the face mask. Offense, number 77. 15-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
So the penalty goes against Austin Howard, the right tackle for the Raiders.
You don't often see a face mask called on an offensive player. It sometimes hands to the face, but that's how the helmet got ripped off of Donald Butler. Obviously in on the tackle, and Austin Howard did not want to try and let Mr. Butler go make that tackle. See right there,
hard to miss that.
Yeah, ripped right off his head. Heck of an effort by
Well, it's a worse
Donald
penalty
Butler.
because it's not an illegal hands to the face. It's a personal foul face mask, which is a much different penalty, and it's much worse for the Raiders.
So that makes it second down and 22 for Oakland. 1 on the play clock. Carr just gets it off. Carr tossing sideline to Cooper, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Jason Verrett, and that is a matchup not only to watch today, but for years to come. Cooper against Verrett. There is a flag down at the 42-yard line.
Illegal hands to the face. Defense, number 24. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So that's on the other side of the field against Brandon Flowers, who's really been struggling of late for San Diego.
Yeah, we've been talking about how the officials are going to call this on the outside, the physical play. Flowers has been victimized by that. You'll see this on the other side of the top of your screen, working against Crabtree, and that's
not a whole lot different than the one they didn't call.
Yeah, I mean, that's what players really complain about. If they call it on one side, call it on the other. If you call it one week, call it the next week. And I think the officials have a hard time getting that.
It gives Oakland a first down, 1st and 10. Carr trying to take a deep shot down the sideline, and it's dropped. Crabtree came back to get it. Had a beat on Flowers, but couldn't bring it in.
And Derek Carr was raving about the hands that Michael Crabtree has when we met with him yesterday. Best hands in the NFL. Well, this might be one of the easiest catches he ever had because Flowers was gone and out of the play. Crabtree sees the ball. No reason not to make that catch. That's a big play, and a guy of Michael Crabtree's caliber, he makes that catch 99 times out of 100. Just so unfortunately for them, that was the one time.
9th drop pass this season by the Raiders. That's Roberts in motion. Carr swings it to Murray. He juggles it and makes the catch. And he goes out at the 39-yard line. Gives us a chance to take a look at the starting defense for the San Diego Chargers. Corey Liuget with 2 sacks on the season, including 1 last week of Aaron Rodgers. Denzel Perriman gets the start at linebacker again. Manti Te'o is inactive with an ankle injury. And Jimmy Wilson will start for the injured Eric Weddle.
And that's a position to really watch because, as we said in the open, the Chargers have not been without Eric Weddle since 2009. Jimmy Wilson, big shoes to fill.
Snaps a streak of 86 straight starts for Weddle, and before the snap, we have a whistle.
Official timeout for an injured player. There is no play.
And that's Melvin Ingram that hobbles off for San Diego.
Yeah, he
fell down. He's trying to get the officials' attention.
And I think that was because, yeah, they had 12 men on the field.
Yes.
Was the injured player for San Diego, number 54.
Yeah, he's 54. He went down. Now they're looking at him. I don't know that he was hurt. He hopped up like,
yep.
Yeah. They were going to get caught with 12 guys on the field, and Ingram went down because he was the guy that was supposed to come out and did not get the substitution call, and he just went down like he was hurt. At least that's what it looks like. It is. Now they are examining, so perhaps he does have some sort of ailment, but he hopped up pretty spry after they blew that play dead.
Let's count how many we have here on the field. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're wrong. They have 11 on the field, so we can't accuse them of deception right there.
So following the stoppage, Ingram cannot be on the field, and he's being attended to on the sideline. It's 3rd down and 9. Carr over the middle. Pass is caught for an Oakland 1st down. That was Taiwan Jones making the catch for 16 yards, and the Raiders move the chains.
Yeah, this is why Derek Carr has taken a step forward. He has plenty of time, and he takes time to make sure he gets to that first read, and then finds Jones and just puts the ball right on, gives this guy a chance to make a play. And that Carr had plenty of time, offensive line working very well. Everything came together for the Raiders on that play.
3rd catch this season for Jones. Latavius Murray has a hole. Murray still going at the 30. A gain of 14 for Latavius Murray, and another 1st down for the Raiders.
Well, nothing fancy here. This is the Raiders, a 27th ranked team in the as far as rushing the football this year. We knew they focused on the run game in the bye week. That right side right there did a great job, led by Austin Howard, Jamarcus Webb, Rodney Hudson, the center. Everybody got up on that second level. That made it easy for Latavius Murray to get up there into that line and up into the secondary.
His longest run since week 3 in Cleveland. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, Melvin Ingram is back out on the field. With 8:04 to go, 1st quarter, it's 1st and 10. Carr to Crabtree, catches that one, and tackled by Flowers at the 24-yard line. And guys, that's going to be something to watch today. Carr picking on Brandon Flowers, keeping it away from Jason Verrett.
Yeah, it's great. It's just one-on-one coverage, and this is what the Raiders want with Crabtree, who has really been a great asset, particularly for Amari Cooper on the other side. We know Cooper's great gifts, but Crabtree, the perfect complement. As you said, we saw him drop one. That doesn't happen very often. That tough catch, he made that look easy. Having 2 guys on either side has really helped Derek Carr develop because he has a lot of confidence in both spots.
Carr 5 out of 6 now after that completion to Crabtree, and it's good for another Oakland 1st down. Denzel Perriman makes the stop.
That's a good example right there. One of the assets that Derek Carr has, the quick release. And let's look at what has happened with him so far in his career. The road, I would think it'd be road warrior, which is what we're saying pretty much. Trouble, struggles on the road. The Raiders have not been able to put it together, but they're a team that's playing at a much different level this year compared to last.
4th 1st down of this drive for the Raiders. On the carry, it's Olawale, and he'll get a couple. The 3rd-year man out of North Texas.
Yeah, had a big, heavy group in there. They were just going on 1st down, really going to power run this right at the Chargers, and that's one of the things that I really liked about the Raider offense when you watch them on film. They have a lot of different personnel groups, a lot of formations, and they use both in both the run and the pass. Really keeps the defense honest, and it pays benefits, particularly in the run game.
Oakland's had success in the red zone this season. Carr to Rivera, and Rivera upended at the 11-yard line. It will be 3rd down. How about Derek Carr in the red zone in his career? 23 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's had a lot of success inside the 20. And now he'll be faced with 3rd down inside 6 minutes to go in a fast-moving 1st quarter.
That was a great play right there where they had the exact same formation flipped and they threw it instead of run it. But right here in the red zone, look for Latavius Murray in some way, shape, or form to get his hand on the ball. I like this running back right here next to Carr to get the football.
10th play of the drive, 3rd and 3. Carr, end zone, and it is broken up Flowers on the coverage. The pass was intended for Crabtree, and Oakland will send out the field goal unit.
Well, you're right, Andrew. Earlier you said that Brandon Flowers is going to get a lot of targets today. He's matched up on Michael Crabtree all over the field. He knows he's going to get a lot of targets because of the respect that the rest of the league has for Jason Verrett on the other side. So it's going to be a lot of balls thrown to him. It's weird because Brandon Flowers long has been regarded as one of the best cover corners in the NFL. So it's unusual for him to be targeted. This talks a lot about his contemporary on the other side of the field.
Janikowski from 29, and that one's good. He missed two weeks ago against the Broncos, but Oakland has jumped out to a 10-0 lead.
I'm having a pretty crazy night. I'm going to level with you. I'm a little messed up right now. What are you doing?
Just talking to those guys.
You have dogs.
This is our last Christmas together before Isaac has a baby. So let's make it the best night of our lives.
Hey, you don't steal on Christmas. That's not right. She home alone to me.
How wasted are you? You dare throw up. Is it still happening? It's still happening.
The night before, rated R.
There's no one I'd rather share with.
No one I'd rather have dinner and a movie with.
No one I'd rather lean on.
Being in love is an amazing thing. Being in love with your best friend is everything. Introducing the Ever Us 2-stone ring. 1 diamond for your best friend, 1 for your true love. For the one woman in your life who's both. Ever Us, new this holiday at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
At Voya, we can help you organize your savings and investments, so when you retire, you'll have orange money set aside for all the things you want, like traveling, volunteering, or simply spoiling your grandkids. Start today, be ready tomorrow. Get organized at Voya.com.
The Kelley Blue Book Price Advisor, a powerful tool that shows you what you should pay. It gives you a fair purchase price that's based on what others recently paid for the same new car and Kelley Blue Book's trusted pricing expertise. KBB.com.
These scientists need some liquid helium.
I know a guy. Don't ask too many questions.
Who is he?
Where does he work?
How's he get the helium?
How many questions is too many questions?
A new Big Bang Theory, CBS this Monday.
Never miss a moment of football action with the CBS Sports app. Every play and score, every game, every highlight right as they happen. Download the CBS Sports app now at cbssports.com/mobile. 5:21 to go first quarter here in beautiful San Diego, and it's been a sunny start for the Raiders. Out to a 10-0 lead following the field goal by Sebastian Janikowski. Mike McCoy, in his 3rd year with the Chargers, knows Jack Del Rio very well. They were on the same staff in Carolina in 2002 and also in Denver in 2012. McCoy was the offensive coordinator, Del Rio the defensive coordinator. And San Diego will start this drive at the 20 when we come back. The NFL on CBS.
While others go in circles and repeat themselves, we choose to carve our own path in the pursuit of exhilaration. The 306 horsepower Lexus GS. Experience the next level of performance, and there's no going back.
When you're dead and in your grave, no more women will you crave. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal, you.
Levi's, for every original.
Still haven't tried FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues? Over 1 million fans have already won money. Choose a league. They start at $1. Pick your team. Done. Winners get paid the next day and there's no season-long commitment. FanDuel pays out $75 million a week. Get off the sidelines and get some. Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Love it or your money back. Guaranteed. Go to FanDuel.com, enter promo code TUCK. That's TUCK.
Steven welcomes Supergirl star Melissa Benoist Monday and Tuesday. Don't miss Hillary Clinton.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Lexus IS200 Turbo and IS300 all-wheel drive. And by Bud Light. Stay in the game and drink responsibly.
Back in San Diego, where the Raiders have a 10-0 lead on the Chargers with Steve Berline and Steve Tasker. I'm Andrew Catalan. 5:21 to go in the first quarter. Phillip Rivers making his 151st consecutive start. That's the second longest active streak behind Eli Manning, who's making his 174th straight start today. On first down, Rivers, touch pass to Oliver, and it's incomplete. Well, how about the week last week for Phillip Rivers at Lambeau Field? A historic performance, 43 completions, 65 attempts, 503 yards, all franchise records. The completions tied for the second most in NFL history, and 500 pass yards, no interceptions. Just the fourth quarterback to accomplish that feat, but the first time that quarterback actually lost the game as the Chargers were held to just 20 points. Second down and 10. Rivers, that pass is on time and complete to Keenan Allen, who was questionable today with a hip injury. He caught 14 passes last week at Lambeau Field.
Yeah, 14 passes for 157 yards in just about 2.5 to 3 quarters. He was targeted 15 times. That's a pretty good connection percentage, 14 out of 15.
That catch sets up third down and 1. And Allen in the backfield here. Rivers, and it's caught by John Phillips. The tight end with his 6th catch of the season. It goes for a first down.
Well, this is going to be the contest. Phillip Rivers picking a window, finding one of these receivers to go out. Look at him. He looks back to his left, then comes back very fast to his right and guns it in. Smith has no chance. I mean, he's looking at Phillip Rivers, looking the other side of the field, and all of a sudden the ball's going right back to his guy. Great job by Rivers.
Rivers has 5 completions to 5 different receivers. It's first and 10. Rivers in trouble and just throws it away. And a late flag comes in. And that could be intentional grounding. Rivers is trying to say that Stevie Johnson was in the vicinity.
Now, Stevie Johnson did get knocked down before he could finish that.
Tripping. Defense, number 99. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Instead, it goes against Oakland and Aldon Smith, and it gives the Chargers a first down.
Wow.
That was close. I don't know.
He seemed like he was tied up and his leg just kind of swung out. It has to be an intentional trip in order for that to be called a penalty. I don't know how do you determine whether that's intentional or not. I think he was just trying to find Rivers.
That's a horrible call. I'll say it myself. That's bad. That is not a good call.
Yeah, that is a reaction by a referee.
He weren't ready to go.
Saw the leg go out. No,
he didn't sound ready to say it. I'll say it. It was a terrible call.
Well, it moves San Diego all the way up to the 44-yard line with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Rivers slings it, and it's caught by Dontrell Inman, and another flag comes in. Back at the line of scrimmage.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 99. Throwing the quarterback to the ground after the play. 15-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
2 in a row on Aldon Smith, and San Diego moves into Oakland territory.
Well, they got the wrong number. Yeah, it's not Aldon Smith. You can see here.
Mario Edwards.
Yeah. Grabbed him by the back of the jersey, throws him to the ground.
Edwards, the rookie out of Florida State, a second-round pick, starting for Justin Tuck, who's now out for the season. So 3 Oakland penalties for 40 yards here in the first quarter. Rivers now 6 completions to 6 different receivers. It's Woodhead on the carry, and Woodhead is wrapped up by Malcolm Smith. And guys, Melvin Gordon active today with the ankle injury. He was questionable. However, 2 fumbles last week in Green Bay, was benched the final 36 minutes, and we have not seen Melvin Gordon so far today.
And I think there's a lot of reason why he's not on the field right now. The insecurity with the football. He didn't practice this week, so he wasn't getting hit during the course of the week. I think Mike McCoy wants to be very careful with how he uses Melvin Gordon today.
The rookie first-round pick out of Wisconsin. 2nd and 6. Rivers on the move, flag is down, and Rivers' pass is complete. That's to Keenan Allen, but the Raiders are indicating it's a hold against San Diego.
Offense, number 76. 10-yard penalty, replay, 2nd down.
Goes on DJ Fluker.
Well, it's hard when you're a big offensive lineman and your quarterback is Phillip Rivers, who's usually standing right behind. You know where he is all the time. He's in the pocket. He doesn't get out on the outside very often. When he does flush once in a while, those linemen react and grab because they're not used to seeing those defensive linemen take off.
On 2nd and 16, Rivers fires over the middle, caught by Keenan Allen, tackle made by Hayden. But the Chargers get a bunch of that penalty yardage back, a gain of 12.
And now they have another offensive lineman who stayed down in the backfield. As you see Keenan Allen coming off the ball, this is why Phillip Rivers likes to have his offensive lineman healthy, is so he can drop back and let a deep route develop. And then as he does that, once again, Orlando Franklin stays down and has to come off the field.
So Franklin hobbles off. We're back in a moment.
Introducing the Lexus IS 200 Turbo and IS 300 all-wheel drive V6. The IS performance line has never been more powerful. We turned it up so you can turn it up.
Now you're free to start enjoying the breakfast you love anytime you wish.
No way.
Introducing McDonald's new all-day breakfast menu. Once you changed how you ate breakfast. It's time to start changing when.
Have you ever stopped to think about the beauty of the moments in between?
Survivor Wednesday.
Monica.
It's a season of surprises.
The tribe has spoken.
But no one was ready for this.
Hey, it's Browns. I need to talk to you.
It's worse than anything you can imagine in Survivor.
New Survivor, CBS Wednesday.
You are watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
2 weeks, 2 top teams. The Dolphins meet Tom Brady and the Patriots on CBS and NFL Network. And then the Browns take on the undefeated Bengals only on NFL Network. That's Thursday, November 5th. Patriots and Dolphins both with victories today, and Miami looks completely different under Dan Campbell now 2-0 after they fired Joe Philbin.
Big third down here for San Diego. We got important for Phillip Rivers in this offense to get some points on the board. Touchdown, just to get themselves back into this ball game.
Kenny Wiggins goes in at left guard for Orlando Franklin. And now we have a stoppage.
Yeah, this San Diego offense had 6 drives of 10 plays plus last week, only scored on 3 of them.
Correct the game clock to 2:22. 2:22, and it will start on the ready for play.
So while they did move the football in Green Bay, they're not scoring points that are commensurate with the number of yards they eat up in a game. They have a hard time punching it in, and this Raider defense is very good in the red zone.
San Diego 1 for 3 on third downs here in the opening quarter. Rivers gets rid of it to Woodhead. Woodhead puts his head down, and that's right at the sticks. That'll come down to the spot. Rivers had to get rid of it quickly as Khalil Mack was coming with pressure for the Raiders.
Looks to me like it might be just short. That's from our bird's eye view up here, but I think Mike McCoy is going to have a decision to make. Whether he wants to just take the sure thing 3, you would think, or push for that touchdown.
Chargers have gone for it 4 times on 4th down this year. They're 1 for 4, including that failed final play at Lambeau last week, and that one is short. It's going to be 4th and inches for Mike McCoy and the Chargers, who coached a very aggressive game last week at Lambeau, but
they're going for it.
Here he is going to go for it.
I like the decision by Mike McCoy. I think you can definitely justify it in this case. This is a team that needs to have confidence shown from their coach. He believes in them. A lot of young players on this team.
I think it's the right call. You've got one of the most masterful quarterbacks in the league. You know you can trust that the play's at least going to get off and be run properly. They're going to have everything like that right. You got to trust your players on a 4th and short like this. Phillip Rivers is the difference for me. Let him go.
And he'll make sure they're in a good play, whether it's a run or a pass.
Oliver is the running back.
They're not going to run a play.
8 on the play clock. Rivers walking away. Yeah. And they're not going to go for it.
Well, they trusted him not to at least mess up the play to try and fool him. I thought they were going to run a play. I mean, Rivers is good at that.
Well, they had worked on that specific execution several times in practice, guaranteed. And right there, Mike McCoy had no intention of going for it. He's going to take the sure points. I think he could have justified it either way.
Tip your hat to the Raiders. That is a good quarterback doing everything he can to fool them, and they were disciplined enough not to on a drive where they had over 40 yards in penalties. When they really needed it, they came up and were disciplined.
And you got to give credit to Jack Del Rio. We just saw him there on the sideline. He's established a culture of accountability.
So Josh Lambeau out to attempt a 40-yard field goal. He's missed 2 on the season. This one is good, and the Chargers are on the board with 1:18 to go in the first quarter. Mike McCoy decides to kick it, and his team now trails by 7.
There he is. Look at that bad man getting his smoothie on. Bad man getting his feet wet. Who's that bad man getting his feet wet? This is Russell Wilson country. And this, Russell Wilson air. You see that? Whose bird is that?
That's Russell Wilson's bird.
It's me, the M, the A, C, the K. Sounded like a French bump back in the day.
Wireless headphones, engineered for exceptional sound.
Every insurance policy has a number. But not every insurance company understands the life behind it. For those who've served and the families who've supported them, we offer our best service in return. USAA, we know what it means to serve. Get an insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
We're the hottest young company around, but if we want to keep the soda pop flowing, we need fresh ideas.
Got it. We slow, we die.
What about cashing out? No, I'm trying to build something here.
How about using FedEx Ground for shipping?
I don't need some kid telling me how to run a business. I've been doing this for 4 long months.
FedEx Ground can help us save money and deliver fast to our customers.
Not bad, kid. You remind me of a younger me.
Aiden, the dog's eating your retainer again.
Let's take a short 5-minute recess.
FedEx Ground is faster to more locations than UPS Ground.
The wait is over. The world premiere of Supergirl is just 1 day away. Be sure to see what everyone will be talking about. Supergirl premieres tomorrow after a new Big Bang Theory, only CBS. This is a lively crowd in San Diego today, as a number of Raider fans are here in attendance, as you would expect for this AFC West battle between the Raiders and Chargers. San Diego has had the better hand of the Raiders lately. They've won 3 straight, 6 of 7, and 19 of the last 23. Tywan Jones on the return, and he is stopped at the 23-yard line. So back comes Derek Carr, who said he spent his bye week back home in Bakersfield with his family. And 10 first-quarter points for the Raiders today. They had a total of 13 in their first 5 games of the season.
Interesting stat about Derek Carr. 31 times he's been sacked in 21 games of his career. His older brother, David Carr, long career, but not as successful as he would have liked. Took him 5 games, his first 5 games to get sacked. As many as Derek has been sacked in 21 games.
And back in Bakersfield, David Carr really appreciates that stat, Steve Berline. It's Murray on first down. And he's tripped up from behind. Corey Legent makes the tackle. Corey Legent, we had a chance to sit with him on Friday. His 5th year out of Illinois. Big fisherman. Said he caught a yellowtail last year south of Mexico that was 32 pounds.
That's a pretty good fish.
That's a nice fish for a big guy, too. Final 35 seconds of the first quarter. Still no catches for Amari Cooper. It's Murray. Down the right side, Murray with a hole. And a burst of speed across the 40. A gain of 17 for Latavius Murray in what could be the final play of the first quarter.
Now, one of the things that we knew coming into this game, the Raiders were going to try and run the football. This Chargers defense ranked 29th in the NFL against the rush. So we're going to see a lot more of that if they don't play a little bit tougher than they have been to this point.
That is the end of the first, with the Raiders leading the Chargers 10-3. We'll return to San Diego after these messages. You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
This helps me to manage my chronic pain, but it came with some baggage.
You're not the only one. Opioids block pain signals by attaching to something called mu receptors here, but they also attach to mu receptors in the bowel, and that can cause opioid-induced constipation, or OIC.
I could struggle with OIC the whole time I take my opioid?
Maybe not. There's Movantik. Movantik can help reduce OIC by blocking opioids from binding to mu receptors in the bowel. Do not take Movantik if you have a bowel blockage or a history of them. Serious side effects may include a tear in your stomach or intestine, and can also include symptoms of opioid withdrawal. Common side effects include stomach pain, diarrhea, nausea, gas, vomiting, and headache. Tell your doctor about any side effects and about medicines you take, as Movantik may interact with them, causing side effects.
So go on. Talk to your doctor about opioid-induced constipation.
And ask if once daily Movantik is right for you. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Introducing our 2015 NFL lineup. Get your favorite team's Bud Light can for game day.
The Dueler tires on Terrence Knighton's truck are engineered to be Bridgestone's best SUV tires, and now they have an 80,000-mile tread wear warranty.
Guess we're gonna be here a while.
First time on a treadmill?
What are you saying?
I'm just saying.
This Wednesday, murder
Almost feels like some sort of taunt.
becomes a work of art. New Criminal Minds. Then, when a deadly virus strikes, one doctor must fight to save his own family.
Mom, you may never wake up. Mom.
Code Black. After Criminal Minds, new CBS Wednesday.
Start of the second quarter in San Diego. The Raiders have a 10-3 lead with Steve Berline, Steve Tasker, our entire NFL on CBS crew. I'm Andrew Catalan. We thank you for joining us. Week 7 on an overcast day here in San Diego, but quite warm. Temperature right around 80 degrees. Raiders with 1st and 10 to start the second quarter. They give it to Taiwan Jones. Has some room around the right side, and Jones with a first down. Dragged down from behind by Ricardo Matthews after a gain of 13.
The Raiders doing a nice job off the right side. You see there as Howard gets out in front and then catches the pursuit, pushes it up the field behind the runner. Great job, of course, by Ricardo Matthews running him down from behind, but that's a great job at the point of attack. Raiders having some success off their right side.
It's been a major problem for San Diego all year. Their run defense is 29th in the NFL. Carr to the air, over the middle, wide open, Cooper. Amari Cooper's first catch of the day. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 30-yard line, a gain of 15.
Fun guy to watch play the game, this Amari Cooper. Everything you hear about him is just so positive. Nothing lacking in terms of a skill set. He's got great size, great speed, and so surprisingly, incredible feet for a big man. And it makes him a very difficult package to cover.
Carr to Crabtree. And he dives up to the 23-yard line, made that catch in front of Jimmy Wilson. Now, we sat with Derek Carr last night, and he said that the way that Cooper and Crabtree complement each other has meant so much for this offense, not just on the field, but off the field, in the wide receivers' meeting room. Crabtree, that veteran, will, you know, give a little jab or two to Cooper, try to keep him on his feet, a little trash talk in a friendly way, but they're very happy with this 1-2 punch so far this season. 2nd and 3. Carr looking for Wolford. He's got it. Touchdown. Clive Wolford, his first NFL touchdown. What a pass from Derek Carr, who said that he thinks Clive Wolford can really be a special player in this league. Only his 4th catch, but it goes for 6.
Wolford coming right off the end of the line. He's working right there against Jimmy Wilson. A big tight end getting manned up by a cornerback, and he beats him to the corner of the end zone. They told us, Jack Del Rio, they told us they've just scratched the surface with this guy. They want to get him involved more, and you can obviously see why.
A 3rd-round pick out of Miami, as Janikowski's extra point is good. On that drive, Derek Carr 3 for 3 for 45 yards, and the Raiders have opened up a 17-3 lead.
When a mountain needs to refresh things, it doesn't call for a cleaning service. It uses the cold to sift through every single speck. So if you wonder what inspired us to cold filter our beer, well, you're looking at it. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
And can you explain to me why you recommend synthetic over cedar?
Superfood. Is that a real thing?
It's a great school, but is it the right one for her?
Is this really any better than the one you got last year?
If we consolidate suppliers, what's the savings there?
So should we go with the 467 horsepower?
Or is a 423 enough?
Good question.
You ask a lot of good questions.
I think we should move you into our new fund.
Sure.
Okay.
But are you asking enough about how your wealth is managed? Wealth management at Charles Schwab.
Has anyone seen Steve? Oh, there he is, at the top of the Christmas power rankings. Because when you enter Best Buy, it means you're gifting on all cylinders. It means you're not elfing around. It means you're buying gifts people really want. All with the guru-like guidance of our helpful blue shirts. Because when you gift tech, people won't just love it, they'll love you. Win the holidays at Best Buy. Expert service, unbeatable price.
Brian, what's wrong?
A pill made him a genius.
I'm taking that drug. I'm going to try to learn everything I can about it.
Now it's making him sick.
It's only going to get worse.
Bradley Cooper returns.
We almost lost you there, Brian.
The new hit drama Limitless, CBS Tuesday.
Clive Wolford, one of the many young faces specifically on the Raiders offense, but we spoke with Jack Del Rio yesterday, and he said not only are young guys talented like Carr, Murray, Wolford, Cooper, Khalil Mack on the other side of the football, but they're good guys. He says that they all are eager to learn. They're good teammates. It's brought a different dynamic to this Oakland club, and it's a dangerous recipe for opponents going forward. Jacoby Jones out of his own end zone. And he is stuffed at the 15-yard line. Keith McGill with a big tackle on special teams as we go back to that touchdown.
Well, here's Clive Alford right here, but I don't want you, he's actually right here on the inside, excuse me. I don't want you to watch that. I want you to look at this up here. Amari Cooper comes down and literally runs over the top of the defender. If Derek Carr did not throw a touchdown pass on the right side, he would have been killing himself for missing a wide open receiver up top, and that really should have been a pick.
That play should have
penalty called against the Oakland Raiders.
It should have been nullified.
Should have nullified the touchdown. Amari Cooper ran right over the top of the inside defender.
So now Phillip Rivers, with his team trailing by 2 touchdowns, will start this drive backed up at his own 16. Out of the gun, Rivers caught by Keenan Allen and stretches up to the 21-yard line. Deron Ball, the rookie out of Florida, makes the tackle. Keenan Allen, who was questionable today because of a hip injury, leads the NFL in catches coming into the day with already 53 on the season. 3 more today gives him 56. Rivers back down, it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Hayden.
It's a tough throw to hit, Steve.
It is, and you got to put this one on Phillip Rivers. You know, spinning around, turning his back to him, a little bit of pressure coming in his face. He couldn't get into it the way he wanted to, but Keenan Allen and Phillip Rivers are always on the same page. You got to think that that ball was thrown in the wrong spot. Now, there's good tight coverage on the outside.
I think
by DJ Hayden.
I think, too, the timing was thrown off by the physicality on the outside. Hayden was being physical, and he held Allen up. He wasn't in the spot where Phillip Rivers was expecting him to be, and that it was defended on both ends. That pressure and also the hold up at the line of scrimmage.
Look for the Raiders to come out and attack right now. I think Derek Carr, Bill Musgrave, offensive coordinator, might take a shot right here.
3rd interception of Hayden's career. 2 of the 3 are off of Phillip Rivers, who now has 2 picks here in the first half. Carr off the hands of Taiwan Jones and incomplete. Rivers now with 7 interceptions on the season.
Well, here's the matchup right up here at the top. All it is a straight comeback down the side, and Phillip Rivers, again, he's got pressure in his face, and I think that's what threw the throw off a little bit, and he had to get that ball up a little bit earlier than he wanted to, and you're right. Keenan Allen there was some physicality on the outside. It just threw the timing off. Phillip Rivers knows, though, if he's going to miss that throw, it's got to be outside toward the sideline where either his guy's going to get it or nobody.
He's got to throw that over Jack Del Rio's head.
Down! We're waiting! What's up?
And we have some movement on the line, and flags fly. 12:21 to go, second quarter.
I think they're going to get Lee Smith, the big tight end, number 86.
He might have been drawn off sides by
neutral zone infraction.
You're right.
Defense, number 54. Cause no reaction from this offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
And the problem is, if the guy's not in the neutral zone, it doesn't count. Now, right at the top of the screen up here, see that, yeah, he's in the neutral zone there, and that's caused the reaction.
Yep.
Now, the defender can move, but he just can't move forward. Some guys, you'll get guys snapping up to a stand-up real quick, and that'll cause a reaction. That would be on the offense. But he costs the line, and that's the defensive foul.
Empty backfield on 2nd and 5. Carr on the run. Completes it to Cooper, who shoved out of bounds inside the 20-yard line.
Well, this is a great job by Carr, just staying poised, just giving his guys a chance and waiting patiently. Buys himself good time. That's a great throw. I mean, it's a great job by the quarterback, just buying some time and making something out of nothing.
And the awareness to see that Donald Butler, the linebacker, was trying to keep up with Amari Cooper right there. Cooper's going to win that battle more times than not.
Down! We're waiting! What's up?
Here's Murray. Runs into the line and thrown down to the ground. Cavell Connor, one of the first to get there for the Chargers.
Well, this is about as stout as the San Diego defensive front has been today against the run. See the Raiders just trying to get physical up in there, a little bit of a counter action, but great job at the point of attack by that defensive front, and specifically Cavell Connor, the middle linebacker, did a great job of creating penetration up in there to
Flag
stop that
is
play.
down.
Yeah, too many men in the huddle.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
That's a sloppy mistake by the Raiders.
Those are the ones that drive coaches crazy. The ones that you have complete control over. The confusion before a snap. There's no excuse for that.
Raiders have shown some balance so far today. 8 carries, 13 passes. Coming in to the week, they have the second fewest carries of any team in the league. Only Miami runs the ball less than Oakland.
One-on-one matchups.
Carr fires, caught by Crabtree, and tackle made at the 15-yard line. That was Patrick Robinson on the coverage. It will be 3rd down for Oakland.
It was a great job. Just coming out. It's very simple. Makes it look easy. When these things work, it's great. But at Phillip Rivers on a play a little bit similar. It's all about the defense and what the quarterback is willing to do. Takes the link. He sees the cushion that the defensive back has given Crabtree and slings it out there early and gives him a chance to make a play. The man-to-man coverage makes everything different. And today, the Raiders are getting the best of it.
3rd down and 5. Oakland 1 for 2 here in the first half on 3rd downs. Quick pass to Jones, and he is dragged down by Jaleel Adai. Jones nearly was able to get away from Adai and scramble for a 1st down, but instead Janikowski comes out for a field goal attempt.
Well, if you're San Diego, you consider this a success after the turnover deep in their own territory or on their side of the field. To hold the Raiders to a potential field goal, that keeps you in the ball game at least.
Janikowski 1 for 1 today. He made from 29. This is from 32, and it's true. 9:28 to go, first half. The Raiders tack on 3 more here in San Diego.
Introducing the biggest of 5 sizes on Verizon's new Simple plan. 18 glorious gigs for $100 a month plus $20 per phone. That's 50% more data for just $20 more. So you can do more of what you love without compromising on a so-so network. Because Verizon is the only network that's #1 in speed, call, data, and reliability. What's better than that? Get $300 when you trade in your device and buy a new one. Stop by or visit us online and get the biggest deal on the best network.
When you don't think of them as dummies, something amazing happens. The first luxury brand awarded top safety ratings across its entire model line, Acura.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon. Watch live primetime games with NFL Mobile only on Verizon. Charles Schwab. Own your tomorrow. And by Acura, the leading automotive brand in safety performance.
Aerial coverage of today's game is provided by MetLife. Miramar, California, which annually hosts a world-famous air show. It happened here earlier in October. Chargers trail 20-3. And an injury update for San Diego. Denzel Perriman, his return is questionable because of an arm injury. Remember, Perriman starting today for Manti Te'o, who's out with an ankle injury. Jones on the return. Flag is down. Jacoby Jones shoved out by Thorpe at the 47. There are actually 2 flags down on the field. So we'll see if this stands.
The Charger offense walking down inside their 20. They didn't think it's against them.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both against the receiving team. Holding, receiving team, number 89, that penalty declined. Holding, receiving team, number 48, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Double whammy against the Chargers. Ladarius Green and Nick DeZubnar called for the holding penalties. So San Diego once again will have poor field position, and it wipes off a 53-yard return by Jacoby Jones.
Yeah, those are the kind that really get into, we talked about the ones that happened before the play in the huddle, whatever, like the Raiders had last series. But right there, Mike McCoy, you get a nice return. All of a sudden, you get put back inside of the 10-yard line.
Orlando Franklin, who left earlier with an injury, is back at left guard for San Diego. Still no Melvin Gordon today. Rivers, nice catch by Keenan Allen. He had some beauties last week at Lambeau and doesn't get much yards on that, but still a nice one for Keenan Allen. Rivers with 2 picks in the first half.
Well, we're used to seeing Phillip Rivers be a surgeon out there. Very, very accurate with his throw. And even that last pass, even though it was a catch, it was not an accurate throw by Phillip Rivers. He's struggling for whatever reason today with his accuracy.
2nd and 5. A pass over the middle. And it's caught by Green, who's immediately met by Malcolm Smith. It will be 3rd down. Phillip Rivers and his wife, Tiffany, are expecting their 8th child. In fact, Phillip thought the baby might come last week when they were out in Lambeau, and they're still waiting. And we met with him Friday, and he said, I really hope the baby comes before the game on Sunday. But when we checked with the Chargers PR staff, Tiffany and Phillip are still waiting for their daughter, number 8. 3rd down and 2. Rivers gets rid of it, incomplete. Pressure was coming as Rivers was trying to find Keenan Allen, and a 3-and-out forced by this Oakland defense.
And that was a throwaway. Rivers didn't really think he was going to complete that. He was hoping maybe something would happen, but the pocket was collapsing around him. Great pressure on the outside by Aldon Smith, and he could see Big Williams, Dan Williams, coming right up the middle, collapsing that pocket. And that pressure and the collapse of the pocket just forced Phillip Rivers just to get rid of it.
Second 3-and-out today by the Chargers. Cypher's punt bounces, and now Carey picks it up. And Carey is taken down by DeZubnar at the 46-yard line. 7:58 to go. Raiders will try to add to their lead when we return.
What happened in Paris?
I let everyone down, and now I'm back.
His cooking style is out of date.
I need you to do it with me. I am going to burn things.
That's good.
Burnt. Rated R. Friday. Still haven't tried FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues? Over 1 million fans have already won money. Choose a league. They start at $1. Pick your team. Done. Winners get paid the next day, and there's no season-long commitment. FanDuel pays out $75 million a week. Get off the sidelines and get some. Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Love it or your money back, guaranteed. Go to FanDuel.com, enter promo code TUCK. That's TUCK.
It's your NFL wake-up call.
About time we get started, baby.
Get up early for more of what you love.
What a catch.
Lions, Chiefs, live.
Yes.
Next Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern on Fox.
Tonight, Week 7 continues with Sunday Night Football on NBC, and tomorrow with Monday Night Football on ESPN, and then Week 8 kicks off with Thursday Night Football on CBS and NFL Network. Oakland has capitalized off 2 San Diego turnovers.
Yeah, you see they're getting batted into the air. That turns into a touchdown right here by Latavius Murray, and then the pick on the outside turns into the Janikowski field goal in a 17-point lead. 10 of those points off turnovers by the Chargers.
And both of those turnovers led to incredible field position for the Raiders. And again, right here, even though this is off of a punt, The return by T.J. Carey. Again, the Raiders are starting in San Diego territory, and we all know that is playing with fire.
Average starting field position for Oakland today is San Diego 42-yard line.
Wow.
They start this one at the San Diego 47. 1st and 10. Carr, play action. Chased, in trouble, and sacked. Brandon Flowers coming up to make the sack, just the 3rd of his career.
Well, that Flowers will get the sack, but Jerry Atauchu is the guy that makes the play. Watch as this play develops. Atauchu right there forces Carr to go right to Flowers for the sack. Great job penetrating on a hard inside move by Atauchu, and it turns into the sack for Flowers.
A 7-yard loss. And San Diego has picked it up in the sacks department of late. 10 in their last 3 games. Murray trying to get some of those yards back. It will be 3rd down and long for Oakland. Well, keep in mind for this San Diego defense, Eric Weddle not playing today for the first time since 2009. He had made 86 straight starts for John Pagano's defense. There is Weddle watching a groin injury last week at Lambeau and did not practice this week, a no-go today. Corey Leggett told us Friday it's just weird not having Weddle out there, who really organizes. He's the quarterback of that defense. 3rd and long. Carr taking a shot deep for Cooper. Cooper makes the play! 1st and goal, Raiders! A gain of 45. That has killed San Diego all year, giving up the big play. This one goes all the way down to the 7-yard line.
All Amari Cooper's going to do is run straight down the field. You're going to see the safety, which is Jimmy Wilson, coming over to the middle of the field. This ball should have been intercepted. Derek Carr thought there was nobody back there, but look at how big Amari Cooper is. Just goes up and out jumps Jimmy Wilson, who was in perfect position to make that play.
And Jimmy Wilson is starting today for Eric Weddle.
Exactly.
1st and goal. Carr to Reese. Reese at the 5, still pushing the pile. Marcel Reese all the way up to the 1-yard line.
We talked to Corey Leggett, who said the thing about this Raider team, their offensive line is enormous. You see a flag comes in late, and you can understand why. A lot of extracurricular stuff on that play. That turned into a scrum, getting pushed in to the end zone. All the offensive linemen rallied to Marcel Reese and tried to push him across the line, and that's allowed. You can push, you just can't pull a guy across. And that turned into a big, fat mess at the goal line.
That's putting it bluntly.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 72. 15-yard penalty, the down counts, 2nd down.
That's on Donald Penn, playing in his 134th straight game today, and there he is, 72. An unnecessary shot, or 2, or 3.
Well, Leggett, now no question, that's a penalty right there. On that right there, the kick is going to be a fine.
No doubt about it.
You can't do that, and that's something that
Ndamukong Suh has found out about several times, but very costly penalty. I don't know how you don't call offsetting there.
Yeah, it's going to cost Donald Penn or the Raiders a penalty, but it's going to cost Corey Leggett some money.
Oakland has called timeout with 5:28 to go in the first half. It's 2nd and goal. Well, Mike Carey is our officiating expert back in New York. And Mike, what did you see on that last play?
Well, I saw 2 flagrant fouls. I think the push was a good call, but the call that was missed was the kicking, and that's an automatic ejection.
Automatic ejection, wow.
Wow, that's an enormous miss.
That was a blatant kick. I don't know how you missed that.
This. Yeah, I mean, the official right here has got to be seeing that. Corey Leggett is lucky to be still playing in the game, and I guess, Mike, you're right. I mean, how do you miss that? Two-footed right up into the guy's chest, and you saw the first penalty.
Yeah, and then he's trying to get the number of whoever it was that penalty was on, and it's easy to miss the retaliation sometimes when you catch the first one.
Wow. You officials are unbelievable. You can't miss the retaliation. You always call the retaliation.
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
That should be noted that Mike Carey once ejected Steve Tasker from a game. In fact, it was Steve Tasker's last game. Well, thank you, Mike. Carr, end zone, incomplete, looking for Rivera.
Well, it was my last game. Mike told me to go get lost and don't come back. So here I went. I'm in the booth ever since.
And now you get the last word because you're in the booth and Mike's back in New York. That's not fair for Mike.
Well, lost in all this humor is the fact that the Raiders took themselves out of a golden opportunity to really put this game in dangerous, out of date, pretty much out of reach for the Chargers unless you have a quarterback like Phillip Rivers. But they have the ball down inside the 2. Now they're looking at 3rd and goal from the 17-yard line.
And we have movement and a flag comes in.
False start. Offense. Number 77, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Coming into today, the Raiders in their 2 wins had 28 combined penalties, 28. That's all it took, that little quiver right there. In their 3 losses, they only had 16 combined penalties. So when the Raiders are winning games, they're getting way more penalties than they are when they're losing. So
figure that one out.
Yeah, 6 penalties today for 65 yards. So it's 3rd and goal from the 21-yard line now. Reyes coming with pressure. Carr gets rid of it to Smith, his tight end. Smith is tackled at the 13-yard line, so Janikowski will have to come out for his 3rd field goal attempt of the first half.
Well, yeah, that was a function of the down and distance. You don't dump that off to Lee Smith thinking he's going to make 6 guys miss. Lee Smith turns it up and he's going to find somebody to hit rather than a miss.
Oh, it's a smart play by Derek Carr not to try and force it into the end zone. Knowing the situation, you're going to go up 20 with your kicker, Sebastian Janikowski, one of the best in the league, although he missed 2 last week.
This is now the 5th time in Janikowski's career that he's had at least 3 made field goals against the Chargers. It's feisty here in San Diego. Oakland adds to its lead.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I have DirecTV.
And I'm really high-voice Peyton Manning, and I have cable.
Only DirecTV lets you watch NFL Sunday Ticket games live on all your devices.
With cable, I can't do that. It's like...
I get to take all the games with me.
I sing with the 4 Tunesmen. Downtown ladies sing this song, doo-dah.
Don't be like this, me. Get NFL Sunday Ticket only on DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Being a gamer can be a profession.
Phil!
Oh.
Hey, man.
Hey, Peter. Oh.
Joanne, is that you?
It's me.
You don't look a day over 70, am I right?
If you're Peter Pan, you stay young forever. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
You make me feel so spring has sprung.
Good morning, National City. The only story anyone's talking about. Who is the mystery flying woman?
Supergirl? We can't name her that.
We didn't.
Shouldn't she be called Superwoman?
What do you think is so bad about girl? I'm a girl, and you're boss, and hot, and smart. So if you perceive Supergirl as anything less than excellent, isn't the real problem you?
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV.
Back in San Diego, and tonight on 60 Minutes, the first and only look inside the U.S. air war against ISIS, plus an interview with Vice President Biden. That's only on 60 Minutes tonight. Well, the Chargers need some electricity here with 4:41 to go. How about this? Most points in the first half for the Raiders against San Diego since 1985. And the Raiders were in Los Angeles. San Diego will start this drive at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's very surprising to me that we're sitting here looking at this game the way that it is. Coming into this game, the Raiders were the absolute worst team pass defense in the NFL, giving up almost 300 yards a game, going against the #1 pass offense in the NFL, the San Diego Chargers, and the Chargers have just not been able to get any rhythm whatsoever today, and the careless throws or inaccurate throws by Philip Rivers really cost them.
Largest lead the Raiders have had in any game in 2 years. They were playing the Chargers in 2013. Here's Oliver on first down. And Oliver picks up 4 on the play. Again, we have not seen the rookie Melvin Gordon today. There he is without his helmet on the sideline. 2 fumbles last week in Green Bay. Did not return to the game after the second fumble. Benched for the final 36 minutes. And it's been Oliver and Woodhead. And here is Oliver again. Oliver spinning his way, and he's got a half-yard short of a first down.
To this point, Philip Rivers has thrown for 62 yards. This Raiders defense has given up 250-plus yards in 8 consecutive games, which is the longest active streak in the NFL. Just more to try and comprehend. I can't quite figure out what it is, but the Raiders are just out executing them right now.
3rd and 1. Oliver. And with that spot, it looks like he'll have a first down. Oakland's defense, facing 3rd and 1 this year, has done a remarkable job. They've held opponents to just 4 of 11 conversions on 3rd and 1 coming into this game, but Oliver's able to scoot through and move the chains.
Not by much. It didn't look like he made it by a whole heck of a lot, but
this Charger offense has been all year very good at getting first downs. They have more first downs than they actually do points in this last week's game against Green Bay.
Rivers looking for Green, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete, intended for Ladarius Green.
These are throws that, even though that was I would by no means say that's an easy throw. I've been in that position, but Philip Rivers, you get spoiled watching him. He makes these throws look easy, generally speaking. Ladarius Green, there was room to drop that ball in there, have a nice completion. He just overthrew him.
Rivers 11 of 17 for just 62 yards in the first half. And that run by Oliver will set up 3rd down and long. Stacy McGee in on the tackle. McGee starting for Justin Ellis today, who's inactive with an ankle injury. So big 3rd down here for San Diego. Time ticking away in this first half, inside 2:40 to go.
It's imperative for the Chargers to get something on the board on this drive. They've got to convert this 3rd down.
Rivers off his back foot, caught by Ladarius Green for a first down, but there is a flag back at the line of scrimmage. It's a hold against the Chargers.
Holding. Offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
That's on Orlando Franklin, the left guard, so they'll have to do it again.
You're going to see right here, there's Franklin. He's got Khalil Mack lined up over him. You got Khalil Mack and Aldon Smith on the same side of the defense. That's a lot of pressure to put. You got a Khalil Mack locked up on a guard. That's a tough matchup on a guard.
3rd down and 18. Chargers just 2 for 6 on 3rd downs here. Rivers nowhere to go, gets rid of it to Woodhead, and Woodhead is hit hard along the sideline. Nico Thorpe coming in to make the tackle, and once again, San Diego will have to punt. 2-minute warning, and the Raiders lead by 20.
you don't think of them as dummies, something amazing happens. The first luxury brand awarded top safety ratings across its entire model line, Acura.
Introducing our 2015 NFL lineup. Get your favorite team's Bud Light can for game day.
Go fit, flip fit, roll fit, hit fit, split fit, hug fit, glow fit, street fit, love fit. It's all fit.
Castrol Edge Motor Oil presents the Titanium Strong Play of the Week. On a critical fourth down with the game on the line, Chargers quarterback Philip Rivers attempted a red zone pass to running back Danny Woodhead. But thanks to an expert read by Packers defensive back Demarius Randall, Green Bay took the win in the final seconds. Castrol Edge, Titanium Strong, for maximum performance.
It's almost Halloween, but the terror is real. Go home.
I'm not gonna wait around for a "we regret to inform you" call.
New NCIS. Then these agents go from seeing red to investigating the dead.
One word, drugs.
We got an epidemic on our hands.
New NCIS New Orleans after NCIS Tuesday.
Oakland is going to get the ball back with 1:53 on the clock and 2 timeouts. Third punt today for Mike Cyphers, and TJ Carey is back deep for the Raiders. The Raiders have not had a punt return for a touchdown in 7 years. Johnny Lee Higgins back in 2008. On this play, Carey gets a couple. Been a rough go for San Diego. Last week, 548 yards of offense. And here's what they've done today. On their first 6 possessions, 3 punts, 2 picks, and 1 field goal.
And it's unusual for them not to be able to stay on the field for more plays. They had an 8-play drive and then a 6-play drive, and that's it.
Yeah,
everything else was 3 and out or 2 and out.
Yeah, only 2 plays of more than 3, 2 drives of more than 3 plays. And what's amazing, this is a huge game for Philip Rivers and the Chargers. They know what a big game this is. That's what's made this so surprising to us as we watch it develop right in front of us.
Yeah, the Raiders offense clicking. 5 possessions, 5 scores. And they start this drive by completing it to Rivera up to the 44-yard line.
And this is why so many people have noticed this is a Raider team that is very dangerous.
Derek Carr told us last night, we're sick of hearing, oh, they're young, they'll be good in a few years. We want to win now. And they're playing like that today. That pass goes incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Coming up on the Verizon halftime report, join JB, Bart, Boomer, and Coach Cower for all the latest NFL scores and highlights, as well as a preview of Thursday Night Football on CBS and the NFL Network. It's all coming up on the Verizon halftime report. Another wild day
on that note. Sorry, Andrew. On that note, Khalil Mack had told us yesterday as well, they're tired of learning from losing. They want to start learning from winning. And they expect themselves to get in the hunt and all these games find a way to win.
3rd down and 3. Ingram coming with pressure. Carr out of the pocket on the run, and he's got the 1st down. Great awareness by Derek Carr to move the sticks.
Yeah, it's a great job stopping the clock, saving the timeout as well. And now they've got a chance at midfield to do something towards the end zone and get some points out of this drive for sure. As Carr, as you see, he's good, great athlete. And you see he was going to throw it to Crabtree. Crabtree got pushed out of bounds. He becomes ineligible, so Carr had no choice but to tuck that and get out of bounds.
I now have a stoppage. And they're going to reset the play clock.
And that's one of the things, though, what we saw there on that play with Derek Carr. He brings that dimension. There really is no area where you look at him and you say this is a weakness in his game. The only weakness he has is inexperience. And he's progressing in a way that really is encouraging to the Raiders staff.
And one of the other things, too, he's got better players around him who are playing more consistent football, and it shows all the way across the board.
Carr is 16 of 21 for 163 yards in the first half. Quick pass here. It's caught, and that's Amari Cooper off to the races. Cooper inside the 20, cuts back and takes it in. A 52-yard score. Third touchdown of Amari Cooper's career. And Phillip Rivers and the Chargers about to be in a 30-3 hole.
Well, give Bill Musgrave, the offensive coordinator, credit for that. Expecting man-to-man coverage, that's all it was, lined up across the board. And if the person that's covering Amari Cooper gets blocked like he did on that play, it's hard to cover for that with a guy as good as Amari Cooper.
117 yards receiving for Cooper. That's his third 100-yard game already in his young career. And how about this? It's 30-3 in favor of the Raiders.
You want to know how to get better, draft playmakers and get them the football.
Cooper's last 2 catches have gone for 96 yards as we take another look at this touchdown. The second of the day for Derek Carr.
Here's what you're going to see. There's Amari Cooper. What you're going to see is these guys are coming outside to block and take it away. And then Cooper is just going to come straight down the line and right down the middle of the field. You'll see how it all opens up. You got the blocks. There's nobody covering Cooper. Now you got linemen out in front of Cooper as well. And a great block. That safety, you don't want to be that guy taking on the big lineman. That was Rodney Hudson, number 61. But brilliant execution across the board, and Cooper showing his tremendous athletic ability as well.
Left tackle in the center. Actually, it was Gabe Jackson, the left guard in the center, going out, getting in front of Cooper, and that was perfectly executed all the way around and giving one of your best playmakers a chance to get some space. Great play call. And like I said, I mean, it sounds simple, but it's not. Draft great players and then get them the football. And Amari Cooper and the Raiders are finding out that changes your one-loss record a little bit.
And confidence is a dangerous thing. You get a young team that starts believing in themselves. It's a good combo for them.
Oakland season high in points is 37. Week 2 against Baltimore. They have 30 here in the first half. Coming up, Verizon halftime report. JB, Bart, Boomer, Coach Cower. All the latest NFL scores and highlights. They'll also have a preview of that intriguing Thursday night game between the Dolphins and Patriots on CBS and the NFL Network, all coming up on the Verizon halftime report. Now, don't forget, Chargers 101, 2 timeouts. Can they get something going here before they head to the locker room?
Let's play
Rivers just 62 yards passing here in the first half. Quick pass to Woodhead, and he's tackled by Ray Armstrong. Rivers will try to run the no huddle, preserve the timeouts.
At this point, you've got to go full steam ahead. You've got to get something, and all the stops are out. But
Green makes the catch out of bounds to stop the clock with a first down
and this
for
is
San Diego.
This is totally in Phillip Rivers' hands. Frank Reich, the offensive coordinator, and Mike McCoy, you turn it over to Phillip Rivers, let him see the matchups he wants, and turn it over to him to get some plays made down the field.
Well, Frank Reich knows a thing or two about big comebacks. You know what happened with Buffalo in the wild card game against the Oilers back in 1993. Steve Tasker knows about that game as well. They're going to need a comeback like that today.
I had great seats for that game.
Reich in his second year as the offensive coordinator. In 2013, he was the quarterback coach here.
I spoke to him before the game, and they're frustrated because they're moving the football on everybody, but they can't get points.
Today, not the case.
Rivers deflected and incomplete. Charles Woodson and David Amerson were hovering around that deflected pass.
Well, that was a third down play, and you're going to see underneath Ladarius Green, number 89 right there. He came wide open. It was 3rd and 3. That ball should have gone to Ladarius Green. Or it's 3rd and 3 right now, excuse me. But Ladarius Green was the read on that play, wide open underneath. That's where the ball should have gone.
3rd down here for San Diego. 2 for 7 this half on 3rd downs. Woodhead, delayed handoff up the middle. He's got the 1st down. And this is where Mike McCoy will use a timeout. 24 seconds to go. He's got 1 timeout remaining.
And you sit here and you think about what can the Chargers do different? How are they going to find a way to come back in this ball game? Well, they've got a lot of playmakers on the field. Sure, they're down Antonio Gates. They're down Melvin Gordon. But you've still got guys out there on the field in Keenan Allen, Malcolm Floyd, Stevie Johnson, Danny Woodhead, Ladarius Green. You got guys that are capable of making a lot of plays.
But that's not their only problem either. Their defense has got to find a way to stop Oakland as well, because Oakland hasn't been stopped
They've
either.
scored 3 points. They've got 2 turnovers, Steve. They have played terrible on offense. We'll talk about how they're going to get back into it. Your defense has to step up too.
Rivers, and that one is laid in beautifully to Stevie Johnson. Great pass, who gets out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
That really was a nice pass right there. Very easily could have been going the other way. Almost got a hand on it there, DJ Hayden.
Yeah, for all his problems, it hasn't been a great day for Rivers yet. I mean, he's still in the elite level of quarterbacks in this league.
Gain of 23, Rivers looking end zone for Floyd, out of bounds. Incomplete. They were trying to take a shot there. 11 seconds remain. It's a 50-yard field goal from here, and they do have 1 timeout left.
Yeah, he was going to try and get a play, but it's a great job by Thorpe, just keeping the play in front of him. You can't let Floyd get over the top of you, and that's a great job by Thorpe.
Expect another shot to the end zone here?
That's a good question. You going for 7, or are you trying to set up an easier field goal?
Easier field goal is the answer, as Woodhead gets to the 26. And the timeout is called with, well, 2 seconds, but it looked like they got it before then. In any event, that's the final timeout, and Lambeau will come out to try to put 3 more on the board here for the Chargers.
One thing we do know about Phillip Rivers and about his history, his past, he will not quit. He will come out in this second half, and he'll throw every darn tool in the toolbox at these Raiders. He'll find a way to get it going. I would be surprised if he didn't, but the Raider defense really has some confidence right now, rightfully so. They're really playing at a high level right now.
Well, Phillip Rivers is not going to let anybody else quit either. I mean, they follow this guy. He's a great leader, great quarterback, so you're going to see him fight to the end, but right now they better stop digging the hole.
44-yard attempt for Lambeau. Kick on the way, and Lambeau is 2 for 2. The only points in the first half for the San Diego Chargers. That's the end of the first half, with Oakland leading 30-6. We'll be back with the Verizon halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You are watching the NFL on CBS, your home for Super Bowl 50.
Several days ago, I nearly killed a man. Depending on the DA's mood, I'll be sent to prison.
You're not going to prison.
If you like, we can write letters.
November 5th, the greatest detectives in the history of mystery return.
What is wrong with your father?
Dad never showed.
May I come in?
I'm not going to let you hurt him.
You've made a mess. I'm here to fix it.
Elementary. New episodes begin CBS November 5th. Taya Leone as Madam Secretary. New episode CBS tonight after 60 minutes.
When StubHub tells Alan there are 2 tickets in his favorite section at his set price, Alan says,
Booyah! Hey, we are going! Wow! Let's do this! Yeah! Get a what? Let's get fired up! Let's get fired up! Hey, you can't have your fan out in here.
Playoffs.
there's more than one route to the top. The 2016 Lexus LS and the new LX. Each offering leading-edge comfort, safety, and performance technologies. The ultimate in refinement meets the ultimate in capability. This is the pursuit of perfection.
This is the fantasy football season that could change it all. DraftKings.com is the one-week fantasy football destination. Compete whenever you want with a new season every week. Try it free. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up another win. Get free entry with promo code TURF in our championship event this Sunday. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Get to DraftKings.com.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket. CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
And welcome back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. With Verizon, you have football in the palm of your hand. Watch live, local, and primetime games on your smartphone with NFL Mobile. It's only included on Verizon. I'm James Brown, along with my guys, Coach Bart and Boomer. We take you right to the highlights.
JB, I'm going to tell you who else has the football in the palm of his hand, and it's Tom Brady.
Ooh,
How about his fourth quarter, 14 of 17, 2 touchdowns, 150 yards, including this touchdown to Gronkowski. They go to 6-0. Jets fall to 4-2. Brady, 355 yards, and a very happy Tom Brady.
You know, it wasn't great execution from us for most of the game, and then there in the fourth quarter, we did a few different things and, made some more plays, so it was good to win.
That's as happy as he gets.
Houston at Miami. Ryan Tannehill's going to drop back. He's going to find Jarvis Landry, who does the rest himself. He eludes defenders all the way to a 50-yard score. Look at the hustle down the field. Eric Foster injured on the play. MRI tomorrow. Dan Campbell, are you guys playing for each other?
All I know is they're playing for one another, and they're playing at a high level right now. There's a lot of energy. You can just tell that they are playing for one another, and that makes the biggest difference.
Good news, Dan, is they are playing for you, my man. Good job. Jags blow a 27-3 lead to the Bills, down 31-27 late in the game. Blake Bortles finds Allen Hurns for the game-winning touchdown. They go on to win 34-31.
Antonio Gonzalez was not in the studio. He was in Kansas City, going to bang the drum to fire up the Chiefs fans. It worked.
Day off, Coach.
3 Pittsburgh turnovers, Alex Smith to Chris Conley. And the question of the day, is Ben going to be ready for next week?
I do as I sit here today, but I don't know what the reaction to the next week's work is going to mean to him. So I say that with the understanding that, how his knee reacts to the work that we give him next week could play into it as well.
I'll tell you, he's reacting really well. How about Todd Gurley on the day? 19 carries, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. You see this 16-yarder right here. And that Rams defense, 4 takeaways, 4 sacks. They go all over Cleveland, 24-6.
All right, the Saints go into Indianapolis, beat the Colts 27-21. Here's a touchdown pass from Drew Brees. Andrew Luck still turnover prone, especially at the end of the first half. A dejected Andrew Luck talks about the game.
Yeah, I'd say I'm frustrated up here. I think as a unit we're frustrated, and I'm frustrated myself. Some egregious turnovers, especially the one at the end of the half. It's really bad football.
Atlanta at Tennessee. This wasn't a pretty game by any stretch of the imagination, but the Atlanta Falcons find a way to pull it out as Matt Ryan finds Julio Jones for the 8-yard score to take it 10-7.
Improved to 6-1, Bart.
After trailing 24-0, Washington Redskins climb all the way back as Kirk Cousins finds Jordan Reed for the game-winning score. Washington wins 31-30.
And how about Teddy Bridgewater, 316 yards in a day, 2 touchdowns? And how about that Maryland Terp, Stephon Diggs?
Now we're talking.
8 catches, 108 yards. Minnesota 7 sacks as they win big over Detroit. And here we are, Derek Carr in the first half, 17-22, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Amari Cooper.
To whom?
Amari Cooper, JB, getting used to a 4 catch, 117 yards, 1 touchdown,
wow.
2 Philip Rivers interceptions, and Oakland is all over San Diego, 30-6.
That's what you call young energy right there, Coach. How about Matt Castle He leads the Cowboys down to a touchdown. That's Darren McFadden takes it in. He's 7'11", 102 yards. They lead the Giants right now 13-10 as they are heading into halftime.
And Boomer, Week 8 starts with Thursday Night Football on CBS and NFL Network. It'll feature the Dolphins and the Patriots. Then Week 9 begins only on NFL Network as the Browns battle the Bengals.
You know, Derek Carr looks a lot like Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater had a great game in the division on the road. That's what Derek Carr is doing right now in San Diego.
And for Phillip Rivers, 2 last-minute losses the last 2 weeks. They look like it's just deflated this football team. And like you said, right now Oakland has jumped all over them early.
Amari Cooper's special, and I think they have a great combination. Oakland should be happy that they have some young stars for the future to come.
You guys look like you need another 7 hours out
We're
here.
good.
No, there's no question.
We're good, baby.
The Verizon halftime report continues.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Watch live local games on NFL Mobile, only on Verizon.
It's your NFL wake-up call.
About time we get started, baby. Get this place going.
Get up early for more of what you love.
Don't get no better than this, right?
What a catch! Starting with a clash in London.
Is caught for the touchdown.
Lions, Chiefs, live.
Yes!
It's football all day long. Lions, Chiefs, next Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern on Fox.
When I was 8, my mom died from domestic violence. My whole world flipped upside down. She was leaving the situation, and it got dangerous, and she couldn't control it. She would want to let everybody know that. Before you get to that point, allow someone else to help. All you have to do is speak up and tell someone. My mother would be proud of me, and I'm going to do any and everything I can to bring awareness to this. Go to nomore.org.
Get the Verizon Halftime Report, live online every Sunday, only from Verizon. Visit cbssports.com/Verizon.
November 5th, it's a mom season premiere.
Your mother, she's dying. She wants to meet you.
You won't forget.
I don't know what you're dying of, but I hope it's slow and painful.
She's not your mother.
You have a super day.
Oscar winner Ellen Burstyn guest stars.
This is your mother.
Mom season premiere Thursday, November 5th.
With Verizon, you have football in the palm of your hand. Watch live, local, and primetime games on your smartphone with NFL Mobile. It's included only on Verizon.
It's halftime with the score Oakland 30, San Diego 6. We'll return to San Diego after this message and a word from your local station. You are watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
Tom Selleck stars in a new Blue Bloods, CBS this Friday.
My name is Chris Prince. I've won over $700,000 playing on FanDuel.
FanDuel projects it'll pay out $2 billion this year. Winners get immediate cash payouts, and there's no season-long commitment.
FanDuel, I can make a new lineup every single week.
Choose a one-week league, pick your team, and get your cash winnings after Monday night.
I'm just a regular guy. FanDuel's made it where anybody can play, anybody can succeed.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code CYCLE1.
On society really came about not because I was selfish and wanted one for myself, which I did. It's because I had a passion my whole life. I wanted to teach myself to build computers. I wanted to build these things for free. I just wanted to do it for the world. And, you know, when you want something, that's what you do the best.
This mountain doesn't own a watch. It's not in a hurry to get where it's going. And yet, after millions of years, it has arrived. It's what inspired us to cold age our beer, which, thankfully, takes a little less than a million years. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
It's a full collection of expert quarterback analysis every week on NFL Monday QB. Tomorrow at 6 on CBS Sports Network.
Our smiles can light up a room. Our work can light up an entire city. We're the men and women of the IBEW, working with a code of excellence that guarantees the job will be done right, on time, and safely. We're lighting the path to the future. Let us show you just how bright that path is.
Start of the third quarter in San Diego, where the Chargers trail 30-6. Time now for Who Are You Lovin'? Presented by McDonald's. Derek Carr loving Amari Cooper. That's going to be a long-term relationship for the Raiders. A 52-yard touchdown. It was all Oakland in that first half. Back in the booth with Steve Berline and Steve Tasker. I'm Andrew Catalon. Really a stunning first half. Chargers come out flat. All the credit to the Raiders, but now Steve Berline, how does San Diego try to get back in this game?
Well, you have to credit the Raiders. First off, they're not playing like the Raiders of old. This is a new team coming out playing very physical, very confident, very aggressive. San Diego, they got the right guy pulling the trigger in the second half. He did not play well in the first half. The bottom line is that Phillip Rivers and their playmakers across the board, and they got plenty of them, have to step up and start making some plays, both sides of the ball.
Steve Tasker, what's impressed you most so far about this Raiders performance?
I think the consistency on both sides of the ball. We've seen them in past games and even last year do things in spurts. They have a good play, then a couple of bad ones. They're playing well every single down right now, and they're making some breaks for themselves. You saw the tipped interception. And the plays that Amari Cooper made, those were just well-executed plays called. And I think the second half, the Raiders have to play like the score is 0-0. They got a young team, and they need to teach them that you got to keep your foot on the pedal.
Tywan Jones back deep to receive the second half kickoff. It is a touchback, so Oakland will start at the 20-yard line. We'll take a look at the halftime numbers, and certainly tilted toward the silver and black with the 267 total yards, and the big one, 10 points off turnovers, 2 Phillip Rivers interceptions.
139 total yards for the Chargers in the first half. This is a team that has led the NFL this year, averaging over 430 yards per game. The Raiders defense has just put the clamps on them across the board, and it's going to start right here with the defense in the second half. Steve, you were saying it. You got to get the ball popped out of there for the Chargers.
Murray on first down, maybe gets a yard. And Oakland really rolled it up in that first half. Look at their possession chart. They scored on every single drive. And how about that stat? First time since 2002 that in the first half the Raiders did not punt or turn the ball over.
No, you can say it. It's a sign of a good football team.
Raiders have not won a divisional game on the road in 3 years. Trying to change that here today.
What's up?
Second down and 8. Back to the ground with Murray with some room. And Murray will be 2 yards short of a first down. Adai makes the tackle for the Chargers.
When Latavius Murray gets going north and south, he's one of those guys that burst kind of makes you hold your breath. You just sit there and say, wow, if they miss one tackle, this guy could be gone in a heartbeat. He's got that kind of ability.
9 carries, 47 yards for Latavius Murray. He watches this third down and 2 play from the sideline. They pitch it to Jones. Jones hit hard, but he's got the first down. Melvin Ingram makes the tackle, but Oakland picks up a first.
And this is the kind of production you want out of your running game. You see it's just kind of student body. You see 4 offensive linemen pulling out of their spots, trying to get out in front. And they do enough of a job to get the play pushed to the sideline to let him just pick his spot, jump over for the first down. And it looks so easy when it happens that way. But you know, this is a Raider team that's just playing so consistently right now.
Carr's first pass of the second half is caught. First catch today by Seth Roberts. There is a flag down.
Now they're going to call a pick play on the far side.
Pass interference, offense, number 10. 10-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Goes against Roberts.
It's the kind of play they've been featuring a lot. Roberts is number 10 right there. And they just called it for it was not a pick.
Yeah.
It was just a little bit of a push-off they called him for.
Stiff-armed the guy.
Roberts, undrafted out of West Alabama, spent all of last year on the Oakland practice squad, and he's made a big impact for this Raiders team, already with 2 touchdowns on the season. Derek Carr told us last night they can make a Disney movie about Roberts' journey to the NFL.
Everybody up inside.
On 1st and 20, Carr to Cooper. Did he get the feet down? Yes, he did. What a catch on the sideline by the rookie Cooper.
And that's one of the differences about this Raider team that you see. They can dig themselves out of a hole on a 1st and 20. They just throw it out to Amari Cooper on the back shoulder. Watch the athletic play. Goes up and gets it and just keeps his toes on the ground. Fantastic catch.
San Diego Chargers fans are going to get used to seeing that combination for a lot of years. Derek Carr to Amari Cooper. Spectacular execution and a big play for this team.
Jones running right. Taiwan Jones spinning in midfield into San Diego territory. A gain of 19 on the season. Taiwan Jones at just 30 yards rushing.
Well, this is, again, nothing special, just student body right. Like you said, you see the big boys out front. Austin Howard, Lee Smith, the tight end, was over there as well, and they're just getting to the edge. John Pagano, defensive coordinator, told us that yesterday one of the big problems against the run, they've got to set the edge of that defense. They're not doing it today again.
10th play of at least 10 yards today for the Raiders, and that matches the career-long run for Taiwan Jones. Carr zings one, caught, another completion. Wow. It's the tight end Walford for a gain of 20.
What a gutsy throw by Carr. Watch as he throws this right up the seam on the end of the line of scrimmage. 88 right on the numbers. Look, zings it right past the ear of Donald Butler. That's a courageous and confident throw by a young quarterback right there. What a fantastic read.
As a quarterback, he sees the numbers, the back of the numbers for Donald Butler. He knows Butler can't make that play. That was a brilliant throw, though, right on the money.
Carr, another quick pass to Crabtree at the 20. Crabtree at the 10. 5. Touchdown Raiders. 3rd touchdown of the day for Derek Carr.
This is the exact same play they scored on in the first half with Amari Cooper. They just little different formation, but the same exact design in the screen play, in the screen pass. Bill Musgrave, you got to give him a lot of credit for this. The game plan he's put together, the execution, all of it going very, very well for the Raiders right now.
Whatever Mike McCoy told his team at halftime, they weren't listening.
2nd touchdown of the season for Crabtree. And now here's Janikowski for the extra point, and it is loud in here. These Raider fans are loving life in San Diego. Derek Carr to Michael Crabtree. It's 37-6.
Attention football fans, Southwest is having a sale. Let us run some numbers by you real quick in terms that'll stick. Right now, get fares as low as touchdown with an extra point, of course, field goal, score. Book for as low as $73 one way now at southwest.com. Low fares, nothing to hide. That's transparency.
This is iPhone 6s. Not much has changed, except it feels different. Now you press lightly to peak and deeper to pop. It changes how easily you can peak a flight, check a post, search for dinner. Ooh, you guys are gonna love that place. You can find a getaway easier. Yeah, go there. And find music easier. Wait, are you listening to your own song?
No, I was, hello?
So pretty much everything you do feels different. And that's what's changed.
Let your Camry show you that your driveway isn't just connected to your street, but to the ends of the earth. From coastal highways to roller coaster hills, to the street that changed music forever, and the perfect route for a getaway. It's all one road, waiting for you to take it. Discover more in a Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Kick off your Halloween week with a spine-chilling CSI mystery.
Guys, we got blood.
We don't have time to play this sick game.
New CSI Cyber tonight.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Okay. A 7-play, 80-yard drive to start the second half for the Raiders. And they have just dominated this game against the Chargers on that last drive. Carr 3 of 3 for 60 yards. Jacoby Jones back deep, and he's going to return this one. Jones to the 17. 37-6 in favor of Oakland.
Our idea of a nightclub, a good crowd, and of course, bottle service. Fewer carbs, less calories, exceptional taste. Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer.
Before earning enough cash back from Bank of America to take their act to the next level. Before earning 1% cash back everywhere, every time. 2% back at the grocery store. And 3% back on gas. Vince of the Flying Branzinos got a Bank AmeriCard Cash Rewards credit card. Because he may earn his living jumping through hoops, but he'd rather not earn cash back that way. That's the spectacle of rewarding connections. Apply online or at a Bank of America near you.
I use Twitter for a lot of things. Inspiring my teammates.
Hey, Sherman. That guy.
Connecting with the fans. And now, ordering Domino's. Sweet.
Now you can use a tweet to order Domino's.
Your journey isn't about a single destination. It's about everything your Corolla can reveal to you along the way. The surprises you find 200 feet in front of you, and all the stories hidden up ahead. There are endless destinations waiting for you to find them. Discover more in a Corolla. Toyota, let's go places.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Transparency. Low fares, nothing to hide. Toyota. Let's go places. And by Domino's. Order online at Domino's.com.
Hard to watch today if you're a Chargers fan, and there are a lot of Raider fans in the house. You see some of the numbers today. Carr with 3 touchdowns, 2 picks by Phillip Rivers. Neither team's run game has been dominant, but Murray with 47 yards and Amari Cooper 5 catches for 133. It's 1st and 10 for San Diego, trailing 37-6 with Steve Berline and Steve Tasker. I'm Andrew Catalan, our entire NFL on CBS crew, and that's a good run there by Brandon Oliver. A gain of 14. Again, we have not seen the rookie Melvin Gordon today. 2 fumbles last week, did not play the final 36 minutes against the Packers and has not played at all today. Would you go to Melvin Gordon here in a game like this?
I think if Melvin Gordon was going to play, he would have played early in this game. They're now in catch-up mode all the way. You don't do it by pounding the ball at the middle.
Rivers, that ball bounces, juggled, and incomplete. Nearly intercepted for a 3rd time today.
Yeah, you're almost at 10 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. You're almost in 4-down territory. I mean, you've got to start scoring a lot of points every series, and you've got to just hope that the Chargers can get a stop defensively.
And up tempo is going to be, it should become a factor here. They should be just trying to get as many snaps as they can, try and be as efficient as they can be with time on the clock.
Rivers pass deflected and nearly intercepted. A diving attempt by Aldon Smith, and he nearly got that one.
That's the second play in a row where they've affected Phillip Rivers on the throw. This one tipped, I believe on the last play, Phillip Rivers might have had his arm contacted, but right there, just a nice job understanding what Phillip Rivers' biggest asset is to get rid of that ball quickly. If you can't get to him, get your big paws up there and knock that ball.
Big paws belong to Mario Edwards Jr., the rookie out of Florida State. Makes it 3rd down and 10. Raiders jumped, and a flag comes in.
Oh, yeah. See, if I'm kind of mad if I'm Phillip Rivers. They stopped that play. That should have been a free play.
Offside, unabated. Defense, number 99. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
The Raiders caught a break on that. They called the penalty, which would have stood anyway, but he was actually moving away from the quarterback when they stopped the play, and that's a free play for the offense that, in a situation where they can really use one.
8 penalties for 80 yards today by the Raiders. Turns 3rd and 10 into 3rd and 5.
And listen to the Raider fans making it difficult to communicate for Phillip Rivers.
Rivers with time, now flushed out, and just throws it away. Great defense by Oakland once again, and a frustrating afternoon for Rivers and the Chargers.
Yeah, so much for 4-down territory. It's not even going to be 4th and short. It's going to be 4th and 5, and Phillip Rivers running for his life as the coverage in the secondary was perfect as he's looking to his left, can't find it, comes back to his right, scrambles, and there is absolutely
17.
nobody
While
available.
the quarterback was outside the pocket, the pass did not get past the original line of scrimmage. 10-yard penalty, loss of down, 4th down.
They just threw it late. Intentional grounding called against Rivers.
Yeah, he didn't make a big enough effort to get it past the line of scrimmage. And his frustration.
Just pouring salt on the wound there.
So the penalty is enforced at the spot of the pass. 4th down.
I've never seen the Chargers struggle like this on offense with Phillip Rivers pulling the trigger.
Well, now the penalty makes it 4th and a mile, but you wouldn't have considered going for it on 4th and 5 there?
Well, in this situation, you surely wouldn't fault Mike McCoy for doing that. No doubt about it. I think it's probably a 50-50 proposition.
Not on your own 38, I wouldn't.
Yeah, when you're down 37-6, you know, what are you going to lose?
Instead, Cyphers on 4th and 18, punting to Carey. Has some room on the right side, but can't get away from Cavell Connor. Nice tackle, special teams for Connor and the Chargers. 9:42 to go, 3rd quarter. Oakland's offense coming back out. Long day in the powder blues for San Diego.
Still haven't tried FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues? Over 1 million fans have already won money. Choose a league. They start at $1. Pick your team. Done. Winners get paid the next day and there's no season-long commitment. FanDuel pays out $75 million a week. Get off the sidelines and get some. Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Love it or your money back. Guaranteed. Go to FanDuel.com, enter promo code BUBBLE. That's BUBBLE.
We're taking performance to a whole new level.
It's a massive extraterrestrial invasion.
Let the nerds take over!
Shoot for the head!
You're welcome.
This is how you're gonna treat me after all the quarters I fed you?
Pixels. The battle hits home on Blu-ray October 27th, rated PG-13.
CBS Monday after Supergirl.
Scorpion is synonymous with professionalism.
This team of super geniuses is getting supersized.
Good. Let's make it explode.
It's a super fun, super hot, super awesome.
This is a big day for Scorpion.
New Scorpion, CBS Monday after Supergirl.
37 points and a number of big plays today for the Raiders offense.
Amari Cooper responsible for a couple of them. This one right down the pipe, goes up, high points the football, sets up a score. This one is quick slip screen, gets in behind the big guys on the offensive line, makes one last big cut to get into the end zone. Big plays have been the bane of the Chargers, and then the same play to Michael Crabtree on the other side, a shorter play, but the same result.
Easiest job today belongs to Marquette King, the Raiders punter. I haven't seen him yet. Oakland has not punted with 9